Historically, it's believed that early man had a ratio of about 1 to 1. That is, omega-6s they took in were about 1, and omega-3s were about 1. Today in Western world, we're about 25 to 1. 25 more on omega-6s and about 1 to omega-3s. So there's something that's going on there. What does that mean? If I just told you that the 2 series comes from vegetable oil that cause inflammation, what does that suggest to you about our diets? We are now creating an imbalance more toward inflammatory processes, which is why we're going to get to why omega-3s are good for cardiovascular disease and a whole bunch of other conditions that are resulting from inflammations. There's a couple of things I did want to tell you, and I'm going to give you an example of this ratio. In Israel, they have a very high level of cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and diabetes. And Israel has one of the highest ratios of omega-6s to omega-3 ratios, almost 25 to 30 to 1, because they consume a great deal of corn oil, safflower oil, and sunflower oil. Their whole diet is based more on omega-6 types of fatty acids. When you get to Greece and southern Italy, all of a sudden things switch. They have a much lower rate of breast cancer, prostate cancer, and also cardiovascular disease. And why is that? Because their fat intake is about the same as ours. Their diets are very high in fat. The difference is their ratio is very low of omega-6s to probably less than 5 to 1 omega-6s to omega-3s because they consume a lot of fish and a lot of olive oil, which is the omega-9. So those things make a big difference in health, and I think that's an important aspect to keep in mind.